So hi and welcome to your CPE 6301 Engineering Management. So this topic discusses week 3 planning technical activities. So for the introduction, if managing an organization is to be pursued vigorously, planning will constitute the most important activity. Okay, so managers who plan are offered with the opportunity to carefully analyze situations which directly contribute to effective decision making. Okay, so nature of planning. Okay, so there are many instances when managers are overwhelmed by various activities, which at times becloud this judgment. So to minimize mistakes in decision making, so planning is undertaken. Okay, so a plan which is the output of planning provides a methodological way of achieving desired results. So in the implementation of activities, the plan serves as a useful guide. Of course, without the plan, some minor tasks may be afforded major attention, which may later on hinder the accomplishment of objectives. So planning defined. So according to Nichols and others, planning is defined as the management function that involves anticipating future trends and determining the best strategies and tactics to achieve organizational objectives. Okay, so for Aldag and Stearns, planning is defined as the selection and sequential ordering of tasks required to achieve an organizational goal. Okay. And for Cole and Hamilton, planning is defined as the deciding what will be done, who will do it, where, when, and how it will be done, and the standards to which it will be done. In conclusion, it is selecting the best course of action so that desired results may be achieved. It must be stressed that the desired results take first priority and the course of action chosen is the means to realize the goal. Okay, so let's have the planning at various management levels. You will notice here we have three levels. We have the top level, we have the top management, middle management, and the lower management. Top management are the chief executive officers, okay, the president, the vice presidents, general manager, and division heads, okay? And they do the strategic planning for 1 to 10 years. Then for middle management, we have the functional managers, product line managers, department heads. Intermediate planning is from 6 months to 2 years. And of course, we have the lower management, the unit managers, the first line supervisor, and they are under the operational planning, which is 1 week to 1 year. So this is the organizational chart. Again, this is the top level management, okay, which are responsible for strategic planning. When we say strategic planning, it refers to the process of determining the major goals of the organization and the policies and strategies for obtaining and using resources to achieve those goals. Okay, the whole company is considered, specifically its objectives and current resources. And the output, of course, of the strategic planning is the strategic plan will spells out the decision about long-range goals and the course of action to achieve these goals. Then we have the next level, this one. This level is the, of course, the middle management level, which is responsible for the intermediate planning. When we say intermediate planning, it is the process of determining the contributions that subunits can make with allocated resources. Okay, the intermediate plan is designed to support the strategic planning. Okay, and of course, we also have the lower management. Okay, this one. So they are responsible for the operational planning. So operational planning refers to the process of determining how specific tasks can be accomplished on time with available resources. Okay, it must be performed in support of the strategic planning and of course the intermediate planning. Then let's go to the planning process. Okay, so setting organizational, divisional, or unit goals. Then we have developing strategies or tactics to reach those goals, determining resources needed, and of course, setting standards. For setting organizational, divisional, or unit goals, Okay, the first task of the engineer manager is to provide a sense of direction to his firm. If he is the chief executive, to his division if he heads a division, or to his units if he is the supervisor. So here we have here the example of the organizational chart. We have the company, the division, and the unit. And of course, the example of the goal. So before we proceed, let's define first what is a goal. Okay, goals may be defined as the precise statement of result sought, quantified in time and magnitude where possible. Okay, let's have an example. For the company, the example here is the Buena Vista Construction Corporation. Okay, so the goal of this company is to attain a return on investment of 25%. So for the division, we have the project management division, and the goal is to increase the number of projects undertaken by the company. And of course, the last, the unit or the personnel service unit, okay, their goal is to increase the number of project engineers. Then we have the developing strategies or tactics to reach those goals. Okay, a strategy may be defined as a course of action aimed at ensuring that the organization will achieve its objectives. Okay, a tactic is a short-term action taken by management to adjust to negative internal or external influences. Okay. The ways to realize, of course, the goals are called strategies, and this will be concerned of the top management. So we have the determining resources needed. So the quality and quantity of resources needed must be correctly determined. Okay, too much resources in terms of either quality or quantity will be wasteful. Too little will means loss opportunities for maximizing income. Okay, to satisfy strategic requirements, a resources or a general statement of needed resources will suffice. Okay, setting standards. Okay, a standard may be defined as a quantitative or qualitative measuring device designed to help monitor the performances of people, capital goods, or processes. Example, minimum number of units that must be produced by a worker per day in a given work situation. Then we have also different types of plans. First, we have the functional area plans. Okay, so number one is the marketing plan. Okay, document for implementing and controlling an organization's marketing activities related to particular marketing strategy. Then production plan, quantity of output a company must produce. Then we have the functional area plans. Continuation, okay. This is number 3, financial plan, summary of the current financial situation of the firm, analyzes financial needs, and recommends a direction for financial activities. And last, we have the human resource management plan. Okay, it indicates the human resources needs of a company detailed in terms of quantity and quality based on the requirements of the company's strategic plan. Then we have the plans according to frequency use. Okay, so standing plans or the plans that are used again and again and focus on managerial situations that recur repeatedly. We have the policies. Okay, these are the broad guidelines to aid managers at every level in making decisions. We also have procedures. It describes the exact series of actions, and of course, the rules, statements that either require or forbid a certain action. Okay, so we also have single-use plan, specifically developed to implement course of action that are relatively unique and are unlikely to be repeated. Okay, example here is the budgets, programs, and projects. Then we also have the marketing plan. So first is the executive summary. Presents an overall view of the marketing project and potential. Then we have the table of contents. We have the situational analysis and target market. Okay, we have the marketing objectives and goals. And we have the marketing strategies. We also have the marketing tactics. Of course, the schedule and budgets. And last, the financial data and control. Okay, so for product plan, the amount of capacity that the company must have, how many employees are required, and how much material must be purchased. For financial plan, it is the analysis of the firm's current financial condition as indicated by an analysis of the most recent statements. It's either a sales forecast, capital budget, cash budget, set of pro forma financial statements. Or when you say pro forma, it means standard document or form of financial statements. And then external financing plan. Then human resources plan. Okay, personnel requirements of the company. Plans for recruitment and selection. Of course, the training plan and the retirement plan. Then we also have the strategic plan. So company or corporate mission, objectives or goals, strategies, okay? And then we have the making planning effective. So what do we need to do? Of course, first we have to recognize the planning barriers. Okay, and then under recognizing planning barriers, we have the manager's inability to plan, lack of commitment to the planning process, improper information. Okay, we have focusing on the present at the expense of the future, and too much reliance on the planning department. Okay, and last, concentrating on only the controllable variables. Use of aids to planning. So first, we have to gather as much information as possible. Of course, we need to develop multiple sources of information, then involve others in the planning process. Okay.